Hello everybody, Dante's Game Room here with a drawing video. Please forgive me as I learn how to do this and talk on camera. I'm just going to be reviewing a couple products like art supplies I got. So it's going to be like a series of videos. I'm going to do a couple different drawings, a couple different art supplies and show them to you as I review them and then tell you what I think about them. I'll be doing cheap and more expensive stuff and uh, tell you what I think of them, I guess. But he has nothing, kid. I'm gonna start out, I guess, just sketching, and then I'll ink it with the supplies I got, and I'll decide which. I think I'm gonna do like the Ninja Turtles, and I'll do it with four different inking things from like cheap to more expensive to and what's easiest available to what's the hardest to find. Some art supplies, depending on where you live, it's hard to come by unless you find, you order them over the internet because there's not really, like in my area in particular, I have to drive like an hour to an hour and a half to get to a real art store. And what I mean by real art store, I mean like Hobby Lobby or Michael's, which aren't really dedicated solely to art supplies. Um, like say Blick or Jerry's Artorama or Jackson's or so on and so forth. Also a really good place for supplies, like believe it or not, is like School Specialty. So anyway, without further ado. Start off drawing. I'll probably draw the Ninja Turtles like in four different styles too, just to do something different. Um, I grew up watching the Ninja Turtles, of course, like everybody else my age. I loved them. Um, and believe it or not, like all the series, I have a bunch of kids, so like I even have to watch like the new stuff. I'm not a big fan of like CGI or at least cheap CGI, but their Nickelodeon show was really good. They had another show on Fox for Kids when my oldest son was young. That was pretty cool. He watched a lot. And all the shows in their own way have had their own unique, personality and style or take on the actual story of Ninja Turtles. Um, some with even unique origins or like differing origins of like who or what certain characters are, which was cool and made like I said each show unique. There was even a time when they went into the future and hung out with Casey and April's what is it, son? I think it was his son. Um, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fast Forward. Um, of course, I collect the comic books. I still even IDW is going through their troubles or whatever, and everybody says whatever they want. I still collect the series through comic book form as well. A lot of people say the last good story arc was like City at War, maybe. Um, But and they also came out with the Ronin series, the last Ronin, with Michelangelo being the last Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle that was alive or whatever. So I, like everybody loved that series. I like the book too. I got the actual individual issues, and I got the graphic novel, which it came out with a couple different versions, like the regular. Then they have like the director's cut. But anyway, that's beside the point. Just want to let you guys know like what different versions they have. In case you do want to go pick it up. I don't think it was as good as everybody said it was. There was a couple things that they could have done better, and they didn't. So I really like the art style of the book, the different flashbacks and panels or whatever. Like the styles, like one they'd have like Kevin Eastman style when they went back in time to tell you what happened to the other turtles. I like that. Sorry, I'm trying to learn how to talk while I draw. It's not, like making stuff up to talk about is not something like I'm accustomed to. Um, so there, that's like a quick sketch or whatever. Just as of one of the turtles, in one of the styles of my style or whatever. Um, I'll make it better as it, as I ink it. Um, the only uh, Ninja Turtle movie I actually haven't seen is the newest one. Of course, I want to see it with my kids when we get a chance to. I just haven't got around to it. Um, Sorry, I'm not putting a lot of time into this. Basically, it's just a sketch though, like to ink with the to review the products that I got for different like stuff. Like the first one, I'll probably do like because like I said, I want to do like the cheapest like when you're a kid and you don't have access to the best support art supplies, or you can't get a dip pen and like ink and stuff like that. I want to show people like what you can do with supplies that you might be able to get or already have like readily available to you, like just by happenstance possibly. So I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a second. Um, I'm not the greatest artist in the world or teacher, so forgive me. I wish I had uh more I wish I did have something I could maybe provide to you guys as like information, but I really hesitate because I don't want to misinform you guys. But if you are looking like learning how to draw, there are a lot of good videos like that on YouTube and a lot of good teachers, like David Finch. He'll teach you a lot of stuff like about everything really from like composition of the actual like panels of comic books, perspective, uh, stuff like that. Um, and he'll tell you why and when and where and how to do certain stuff, um, and give you a lot more. He has a wealth more of knowledge than I do, experience in every form. So I always tell people, if you want somebody to like teach you how to draw or learn stuff like how to draw, go to a real like somebody who knows what, like knows how to teach and explain everything. I really don't. I just draw if I like, until I like what I see. Um, and I never went to like art school or anything. Like I'm self-taught. Um, so that's why you might see a lot of me doing stuff in ways that, normally might not be done, or you might be asking yourself like, why is he doing that? It's either just because I'm wrong or don't know what I'm doing, or uh, what, something like that. He can explain and knows why he's doing everything. I'm just doing it because I like to do it. I like the way it looks. I like drawing comic books. I enjoy comic books and reading comic books. Until recently, I'd never had like a negative experience with comic books until like Ed Pisker's passing, which really affected me. And I was like really surprised how it affected me, because like I don't understand what exactly happened and how it happened so fast, and then all of a sudden he's gone. Because I tried to look into it, and nothing really makes any sense to me. So, and I don't know, you know, uh, I still don't know what happened. But he was one of my favorite artists and inspirations, and just in a split second, he's gone, to me, because I hadn't heard of any of the drama or anything. I didn't even hear he had passed until um, he a day after his funeral. So even if I wanted to drive to Pittsburgh just to show my respects, I didn't even get a chance to. I didn't know Ed in real life. I was just a huge fan of him and Jim Ruggs. I had met him a few times. I had met Jim Rugg at the Four Color Fantasies in Winchester, Virginia. Like I said, like, and just enjoyed talking to him. We had all the same shared interests and stuff like that. Um, I had actually discovered him. Like, I mean, I knew about him as an artist throughout the years, but not him as like a on-screen YouTube person until like the pandemic. I discovered him when, like, there was like right as his channel started, because I was at the time looking up stuff for cartoons and stuff, and how to, and just anything I could, soak in information about cartoons and drawing. I've always been more of a cartoonist than or like a realistic, drawer, but not really. Like I wanted to learn how to storyboard and tell stories and stuff like that. Because it's really, I'd always drawn like single pieces and stuff like that, or painted like watercolors. I've done a lot of different art. I just, I've done a lot of comic books over the years, but I just did them. I didn't know the history of them, or why, like how they did certain things. And I was just taught myself the basics and self-published everything. And I just, give them out or give them to my friends, like little mini comic books. I wish I had still, I'll show some, like I'll get some, like, cause they're like they're really small. Um, but like 4, 8 pages, mini comics and stuff like that. And I've like back in the day did bigger comic books when I was younger, like 20, 25 years ago. I did zines and like comic books, and me and my friends had a paper that we like a monthly paper like we distributed at local comic shops. But I've never been like and I've done like some like work for like Marvel characters and stuff like that. You know, like but I've never like done the comic books. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never had my own ongoing series or stuff like that. And even the comic books that I make, the series that I have of my own, like I don't always keep up, or it'll be like years between I make another comic book about the same comic book, even though I have all the stories already written and stuff like that. But I'll stop talking now. The first thing I'm going to ink with, or starting with, are these, and pretty sure I got these at, I want to say it was Walmart. And it's Uniball Vision, but if you can see right there, it says protects against water, fading, and fraud. It's a fine roller, 0.7 millimeters, black 4 count, and it's supposed to be waterproof. So if I wanted to I might color it in with watercolor painting. Effortless, dependable performance. Super ink protects against water, fading, and fraud. Archival quality, acid-free ink. Reliably smooth, vivid colors. Now, this is something you can pick out at Walmart. Like I said, it's cheap, it's archival, it's waterproof. So, I don't know what type of ink they have inside there. I mean, I'm sure it's uni ink, but like, if it's not comparable to like Speedball waterproof, or like Bombay waterproof, or if it's more comparable to say like carbon black ink from like fountain pens, I don't know. But I got these because when you're a kid and you're young and you're starting out, you might not have the ability, like I said, to get a dip pen or brush markers. I mean, I'm sure most people now, if they, even if once they get a couple $100 together, they go digital. I'm more of a traditional artist. I do have digital, and I do digital art because it's a necessity during this age. But I don't like it. I don't, I like traditional. I like working with the real stuff, and so that's why I guess, showing people or reviewing this stuff to see how good it works. And I also got some gel pens I heard on a YouTube video from another artist that supposedly gel pens are waterproof as well. So I might do another sketch of another turtle in the gel pens, and then do 2 watercolor paintings of 2 of the turtles. Just first of all, to see if the gel pens are waterproof. She said most of them are. So I got Sharpie I got Sharpie Gel to try that out. I figured it was a good name. If it's going to be waterproof, it'll probably be a better name instead of a cheap one. But this is what I'm going to ink with first. And I'm glad I'm finally doing this video, because I've been waiting a long time to also write with these pens. I like writing with them. This is actually this uniball pen is the first pen I ever got to ink with. It was available back in the day. A lot of the teachers would have them, like just as a pen they would have. And once I saw how well they worked and how good they looked on paper, I was like, oh, even back then I was like, wow, this is like artist quality. I've never seen a pen be so vivid and work so well. It looks like the pros, I was like, I thought it was like, wow, this is expensive. But really, this is one of the most affordable ways to ink drawing, because like I said, you can find it at Walmart. I think the pack was like $4. Don't I should be more prepared and have kept the receipt to know exactly how. It could have been high as $8 though, but still, that's not a bad price to be able to have waterproof ink pencils, pens. Um, but yeah, if you're into cartoons and want to learn about them, if you didn't already know about cartoonist kayfabe, go check them out. Jim's actually been putting out new videos every day, even though he's gone. And I haven't been able to watch them. Just it makes me sad. Uh, so, but if you want to learn about everything, he would had a wealth of knowledge and really explained everything well, vividly. You actually felt like you knew what you were talking about after the way he explained it. Like he can make it you understand, and like explain the terminology and stuff like that, and the process they used to use during the making of the comic books. Like, and he could explain it all to you. Like he was a real historian, and Jim is also a comic book artist and historian, and is real knowledgeable about the comic book industry and comic book artists, comic book, you know, titles. I don't know why I do this, but I've always added circles, little, I guess it's my way of making my own version of the Ninja Turtles. But I've always, and looking at a turtle's skin, maybe, I've always added little like circles and certain patterns to their skin. I don't know why. I guess it's to put my own touch on it. Other artists probably do it too. I just I do it all I do it on every one, and just that's my little touch to it. Is putting circles on their skin, little dark spotches. Now the way I do it, it's just the way I've always done it. I don't know why. It's like I only partially ink the the character before I color it. I color it and then I finish the inking on top of the coloring. To me, it makes it just pop a little bit more. Like when you're cross hatching, to make it, to me, it's easier for me to see it and where it's gonna go. Like I'll give more form to these, like after I color it, make it more chunky and stand out. For some reason, it gives me a feeling of knowing when to stop. If that makes any sense. But that's started the basics, like the sketching um, of the turtle. The next thing I guess will be I guess I'll sketch all the turtles like with pencil and ink them with different supplies, and then I'll paint them or color them with different supplies and review the products as I go along. But this uniball vision pen for inking, so far it has done great inking. I love the vividness of the black on the white, the contrast. It does a really good job. They say it's waterproof. I'm going to test it out. I'll paint this with watercolors, or something to that, affect, something that would really saturate the paper as well. So I might do like um, watercolors mixed with alcohol markers, but anyway, um, I'm gonna tell you what I think of everything once I've done it and how it works. But I don't know how it works with the watercolor yet. It says it's archival, so we'll find out, and I'll let you know, and we'll draw together. Sorry, as I start this process out, I'm not, used to drawing on camera and stuff like that. So I will learn and try to be better at talking and stuff like that. And you can also always tell me in the comments what you want to see me draw, and art supplies you might want to see me review, and stuff like that. Or you might want to just, let people know what's a good art supply that might be out that you found in the comments. And we'll all help each other out as much as we can as artists, I guess, on our own artistic journey, trying to tell our own stories with our art, or whatever our goals are. So, but anyway, until the next video, this is a little short one. I rate this so far. I'll do a complete review at the end once I'm done. But this has already been a 30-minute video. Just me blabbering about nothing, most likely. I don't remember. But anyway, Uniball Vision Pencil pen. So far, it's fantastic. I'm liking it. We're going to see if it really does pass the water test. In the next videos, I'm also going to be sketching the other turtles, coloring them, reviewing some more products. Some of the products are going to be like dollar store brush markers for coloring, other type like gel pens, paper mate pens, felt tip pens, different ways to ink. So until the next video, Dante's Game Room out. Thanks. Bye bye.